Hi, my name is Jake McCump. I am the producer for Robbie's Roto Roundup. I have been mandated by the network here to create this little character profile video for you to give you a better understanding of my backstory, my personality, my achievements, stuff like that. But I think that any longtime listener of the show would know, and to those of you that are new here, this is definitely the case. I don't really like to have my personal life out in the public consciousness. We have an episode back in season 1, episode 13. It's called Jesse. You can take a listen to that. Gives you a better idea of where I might be coming from with this. If you don't have time to listen, quick story. When I was 8 years old, I was dragged out onto a very prominent national daily talk show and embarrassed in front of the entire nation at 8 years old, guys. And since then, I've had a lot of issues surrounding social paranoia, trust in relationships, things like that. And much to my credit, I've done a pretty good job of managing and regulating those things in my life. And that all kind of started to fall apart right around the time that I answered a Craigslist ad to be a producer for a hit podcast, this podcast. And ever since then, I've had 2 Kias stolen and totaled. The coffee shop in my apartment complex, my favorite coffee shop, was crashed into. Their entire front end was destroyed during a mishap with a guest assignment for this show. I was falsely entered into an adoption agreement, which cost thousands of dollars to annul. A lot of bad stuff that you wouldn't think would coincide with, producing a podcast. And lately I've been getting a lot of weird packages and gifts from fans, the few fans that we have, which I know who you are. But just the other day, I got this bouquet of Grande Alamo brand lambskin condoms. Like, please don't send me that. But all that negative stuff aside, all of the difficult stuff aside, I will say that this show has brought me one of the greatest gifts in my entire life. The opportunity to meet my lovely wife, Jill. I would have never met her if it wasn't for this show and the people on this show. And honestly, I would crash all the Kias in the world for her. In closing here, I just want to say if there are any good workers' compensation or contract lawyers out there, please feel free to send me an email at robbiesrotoroundup@gmail.com. There's a couple of documents that I'd love to send your way and have you look over. And lastly here, we just hope you enjoy the season. For those of you that have been listening for a long time, thank you very much. And for those of you that are new here, thank you very much. Everybody counts, and we're glad you're here. All right? So please listen to the season. And as always,
smash that like and subscribe button.